Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
From Touchstone Pictures, the students of St. Francis couldn't sing, couldn't dance.
This needs a prayer.
And couldn't stay awake. Until Sister Mary Clarence showed up. And showed everyone that miracles can happen twice.
5, 6, 7. Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee.
Whoopi's back in the all-new Sister Act 2, rated PG.
Movie Life Crisis Season 3, Episode 6, Sister Act 2.
What? Episode 6? Season
Episodes.
3?
How did it happen so fast?
How do we happen?
JT and Jeff here talking about Sister Act 2. We're a little punchy because we've already been recording for like an hour and a half because we just interviewed two amazing people from this movie.
I'm like so happy right now. Like I can't. I'm having trouble focusing.
Such a good time. And it doesn't have to be a secret because their names are going to be in the title of the episode. So Mervyn Warren, who did the arrangements for the choir parts, like the Joyful, Joyful, Oh
Great
Happy
dude.
Day, His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Yeah.
Who's incredible. And then Ryan Toby, who plays Ahmal in the movie and was also super fun to talk to and has done a ton of stuff.
Yeah, so much stuff.
So Jeff and I are tired because we just had an incredible time talking to those awesome guys about this movie and a bunch of other stuff that we'll probably only put up on Patreon because I can't put an hour 20 interview in the middle of this hour episode.
Right.
Even if Jeff and I talk for negative 20 minutes, we just didn't work.
Yes. Super fun though, man. That was great.
Yeah, it was phenomenal, and I'm excited for you guys to hear it and for those Patreons to be able to hear the bonus extra stuff. But Sister Act 2 is our episode this week. Jeff and I did Sister Act last year and said at the time, Sister Act is better than I remembered. I can't wait for Sister Act 2.
Right.
And here it is.
And now we're here. And now looking back, this is still the better one.
It honestly is still the better one.
Yeah.
Purely because of the music. I gotta be honest. Real quick, we got a new review that I do want to read. 5 stars from Apple Podcasts.
Nice.
I enjoy the witty dialogue between these two guys, and I listen to every episode, whether I've seen the movie or not.
Ooh.
I enjoy the nostalgia and the clever critique.
Nice.
That comes from Apple user David, who I know is real because he didn't use any exclamation points. That's got to be my friend David.
I can't believe somebody says we're witty. That's nice. I like that.
That's what I'm saying. He's super nice.
good
And I know he listens, and I know he's never seen the movies, which is amazing. And I keep forgetting to shout out our newest monthly Patreon, Molly. Molly, thank you so much for the support and enjoy the bonus content, including the longer versions of these interviews, like the ones in today's episode.
Man, these guys were so great, and they were so much fun to talk to, and it was just wall to wall laughing.
The best.
Yeah, it was really. I can't believe how much fun it was.
I don't think this is going to become an interview podcast. We never envisioned it that way, but we are going to talk to people throughout the year when we can get cool people coming in to talk about movies that we really like. So, we'll
because the insight that they're giving, like there's stories that you can't find anywhere else, that you can't read anywhere else. That the stories that Ryan Toby were, I was like, what? That's amazing. It's really cool, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, I also really enjoy it. So let's launch right in because we're going to try to get through our stuff quickly and get to the interviews. So give us the ChatGPT synopsis.
The AI synopsis. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, is a 1993 comedy film directed by Bill Duke. The film stars Whoopi Goldberg, reprising her role as Dolores Van Cartier, a lounge singer turned nun. In this sequel, Dolores is asked to return to her former life as a singer to help teach music to a group of unruly students at a Catholic school in San Francisco. Dolores must use her musical talents and unconventional teaching methods to inspire the students to believe in themselves and perform at a prestigious competition. The music it carried this film. It's
real quick. Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit. I hate puns. I'm on the record. That's an amazing pun. That's an incredible title. I mean, unbelievable.
I personally
didn't
like
appreciate it
puns.
as a kid. I know. A lot of people like puns. It's okay.
Yeah.
I did not appreciate it as a kid, but now as an adult, I'm just like, damn, that's a good title for that movie.
Yeah, man.
If I had 1,000 years, I couldn't beat that title.
No, you couldn't. Dude, what's wrong with dad jokes and puns? I love them.
Nothing. Nothing at all. Budget gross, this movie cost $38 million and grossed $125 million worldwide.
It's a good job.
It's a good job. It didn't do nearly as well as the first movie, but it still tripled its budget. It still made money and then some. But because the first movie was like a $250 million movie on about a $20 million budget,
right.
It was a smash. And this one was like, it did okay.
Yeah.
But really, it made money.
I was going to say, it did pretty okay.
Did pretty okay. Did you find any awards?
Yeah. So Whoopi Goldberg was nominated for an MTV Movie Award for Best Comedic Performance. And this is the second year in a row that she's nominated for that specific category. So in 93, she's in there for Sister Act because it was in 92. So for 93, it was Sister Act. And she was up against Robin Williams as Aladdin, Eddie Murphy in Boomerang, Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, and Joe Pesci in My Cousin Vinny. So all of those movies we've done. And she lost to Robin Williams. In 94, she gets nominated again for Back in the Habit. And she's up against Robin Williams for Mrs. Doubtfire, Jim Carrey, Pauly Shore for Son-in-Law. And she loses to Robin Williams again, this time for Mrs. Doubtfire. So back-to-back losses for her in the MTV Movie Awards, both to Robin Williams.
Yeah, and I can't say that she should have won, but I will say Whoopi was out here doing work. She was carrying this thing.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if there's people out there that don't like Whoopi, but man, she was doing her thing.
Yeah, EGOT winner Whoopi Goldberg out here doing work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sequel spinoffs, they're talking about Sister Act 3. It's been in pre-production for a couple years.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing that I read, Whoopi said in like 2017, she said she wanted it to happen. In 2018, they confirmed that there were two people writing the thing, and it was going to be released on Disney Plus. And then 2020, they said Tyler Perry was going to be a producer along with Whoopi Goldberg. And apparently it's a thing because the guys we interviewed were even talking about it. So
yeah, it's still in development, still in talks.
Fingers crossed it comes out on Disney Plus and we can all enjoy some Mo stuff.
Yeah, dude, Cutting Edge got like 11 sequels. Mighty Ducks had like 5 or 6. I think we could get another Sister Act.
We definitely can. I think it should happen.
Yeah. Do you remember when and where you first saw this movie?
I don't. I don't remember seeing this one in the theater. I remember the first one. But this one I think was like a rental thing. Like we rented it and watched it. After we watched it though, I know we bought it because I remember having it. It was in the like sleeve type VHS.
I remember vividly what the sleeve looked like for the VHS.
Yeah. And dude, and I have like, we had with the soundtrack is what we talk about all the time. I mean, I had the soundtrack on CD when iPod came out. Like I bought that soundtrack so I could have it on the iPod. Like, this is definitely a soundtrack that shaped how I listen to music and what I listen to it for. And man, it's a big part of my life. Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, I had this soundtrack too. Same thing. I think we owned the movie. I feel like we did, but I definitely owned the soundtrack. And I would just hit the High Five song, and I'd hit His Eyes on the Sparrow, Oh Happy Day, and Joyful Joyful. And occasionally, if the mood struck me, Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
I liked Ain't No Mountain High Enough. And when I watched the movie this time for the podcast, I watched all of that whole song in the credits because it was cool. Dude, the High Five song, where at the very end, you know what part I'm talking about, where Tony Thompson is just doing his thing. God, what a great jam.
I know.
My kids freaking love that song.
It's a great song. This was a great soundtrack. 4 great songs on a soundtrack makes it pretty badass.
Yeah, it's hard to knock.
I mean, The Bodyguard sold 9 bazillion copies of the soundtrack. 3 good songs on that.
Right.
Well, 3 great songs.
Three really great songs.
Yeah. I don't remember when and where I first saw this either. It came on TV a lot. I think we owned it. If we didn't, we definitely rented it. But really, as much as the movie is, I like it. It's this movie does not start for me until the 41-minute mark when the kid sings, "If you want to be somebody, want to go somewhere." That's when the movie starts for me. So it's all about the music for me here.
Yeah. And you know what? Thinking back, like as I was watching it this time, I was like, man, it feels like they would have already sang that. Like I thought that part that you're talking about was earlier in the movie.
Yeah, that should have been in the first 15 minutes because the last little bit where there's a bunch of the kids choir in the school, that's the shit right there that I love.
Right. And I was thinking it was, I mean, and then as it progressed, I was like, oh yeah, I remember this part. Oh yeah, they got to set this part up.
Yeah, the nuns get on the bus, they go to the old folks' home, like there's all that stuff.
Like, and that's a little throwback to the old Sister Act with the nuns singing, doing that song. Dude, I just wish they would have done it earlier. I think they could have explored it a little more. Let Merv Warren do some more arranging and have Ryan Toby sing some more Mariah notes back before his voice change.
Let's get a lot of that. Get a lot of that in there. Not that I didn't like the like from a movie standpoint, it makes sense the way they did it and why they did it that way. But for me, the kids choir doing those 3 songs, if I could have had 30 instead of 3, and I would have been just as happy.
Dude, and I am so mad at that nun for interrupting Lauryn Hill and Tanya Blunt singing His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Wendy Malick.
Yeah, so we were watching it. The kids were watching it with me, and like she steps on that piece.
No,
of
Wendy McKenna. Sorry,
she steps on that board and it creaks, and they stop and look at her. And then like Jake was like, "Wait, so they're not going to start singing again?" I was like, "No, dude, it's over." He's like, "Well, what the heck? That was good." It's like, "Yep, it's on the soundtrack. You gotta."
That was good. That was freaking incredible, is what it was. And that performance is different than the one that's on the. Because I asked Ryan if they pre-recorded, and he's like, "Yeah, we pre-recorded." But obviously they pre-recorded "Joyful Joyful" and "Own a Happy Day," the whole choir songs. But like Lauryn Hill and Tanya Blunt at the piano, that the scene that's in the movie is a different musical performance than the one that is on the soundtrack. And I was kind of wondering if they just actually sat and did that, or if they maybe recorded a separate version.
I don't know, but man, when she comes in with that harmony,
God,
it's so freaking good.
Shout out Tanya Blunt, who is badass.
She's killing it. So how do you rate it? Since you're only giving it to the music and not so much the movie, even though the movie is a vehicle to bring those songs to your plate.
It totally was. The movie isn't, to me,
right,
as a film, is not as good as the first one.
Yeah.
It's not as good a movie. So I gave the movie a 6, but then I got to factor in the music.
Yeah.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
Oh, Jesus.
Which I give a 10, obviously. And so average those out. What do you get? 8.
So I also gave it an 8 for the nostalgia bump.
Happy 8.
Say 8.
Happy 8.
Say 8. Dude, I also gave it an 8. Gave it the nostalgia bump. It's only an hour and 40 minutes without the credits. Yeah. Like, it's a tight, quick movie. And just like we always talk about, it's so much cooler to see a movie in the theater where other people are experiencing it with you. Yeah. Watching it with my people, they were like, ooh, oh, that was cool. I like this part. Or like, dude, the part when, I don't know the priest's name, but Lauryn Hill is singing Joyful, Joyful in the beginning of the remix. And she's just doing her part, by herself with the piano. And he's like tearing up while he's standing against the wall. Dude, I look over and Jake's tearing up a little bit because he's like taking a cue from the guy in the movie. And he's just like, this is really awesome. It's really moving. Those type of things make me still like the movie. We had a ball watching it.
And I will say, credit to this movie. A lot of times we watch movies that are an hour and a half, hour and 45, whatever. And I'm old and I'm watching them by myself. I might break it up over 2 nights. I might watch like 45 minutes one night and then an hour the next night. I went right through this one.
Yeah.
Wire to wire. And at the end I was like, man, that was a fun time.
Right. Dude, I felt the same way. I was like, Cece was like singing the song as she was walking to bed that night. Like
and we're going to talk a lot about the music because the music is incredible, but the movie is good. It made money. Whoopi's in there doing work. The kids are good actors. The music, again, is phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
It's got Bernard Hughes. It's got Maggie Smith. It's got, dude, what's the Mary, the nun that you love?
Lazarus.
Yeah. What's her? No, but that's her real name is Mary Wicks. Sister Mary Lazarus.
Yeah.
She's got that gravelly voice. God, she's still so funny.
Yes.
Alma makes a brief cameo.
Oh man, check your battery. Yeah, dude, and it's got what's his name? The I don't know, the bad guy, Mr. Crispy.
Mr. Crispy.
I can't think of the actor's freaking name. Coburn, James Coburn.
Yeah,
I like that guy too. So yeah,
he's good.
It's got a ton of people in it.
It's got a ton of people, and it's dude. And I do want to say, I love how Whoopi conducts the choir. She conducts exactly like you would, like if you had like 3 scotches at the cookout and like some good songs came on, she's doing exactly that.
Yeah, she's
like dancing and she just randomly points at people and then she's like spins around in a circle while she's singing. That conducting acting is fantastic.
The conducting acting was very, very, very nicely done. I can remember us driving around and like playing dashboard piano and like singing and pointing at stuff while we're singing.
Yeah.
I'm saying we could probably do some conducting acting if we needed to.
But again, I think we shouted out Whoopi's conducting acting in the original Sister Act, but she's still here doing it. Nobody does it better.
Yeah. And she's like,
Mr. Holland's Opus, forget about it. Whoopi Goldberg is the conductor you want.
And she's like pointing like she's freaking.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. It literally was like she's had 3 drinks and she's at the cookout. I was like, that's perfect conducting acting. That's what I want from Because the old guy at the end doing his like heavy, joyful, boring white person choir,
Yeah.
he was doing the like German watchmaker conducting, which I freaking hated. He was like that guy.
Very Prussian. Like,
yeah, it's very Prussian. It's not. I didn't want to be in that choir at all.
Right. They had their good points too, but they didn't. They came in second. I'm sorry.
I know that was the Ivan Drago choir, but they got the pants beat off of them by the Lauryn Hill, Whoopi Goldberg, Ryan Toby, Rocky choir.
Nobody knows who Ivan Drago is.
Dude, Creed 3 just came out. People know about Ivan Drago.
Okay, good.
He's not in that, but still. I'm saying the movies are still around.
Yeah, kind of.
9 Rocky movies. We can't get another Sister Act?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So we're going to go to the interviews, and then we'll come back and we'll do our best.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to love this, guys. Stay tuned for this. It's fantastic.
So the music of Sister Act 2 is iconic, and today we are lucky enough to talk to one of the men responsible for those incredible arrangements of the choir performances, including Joyful, Joyful, and Oh Happy Day. We've got arranger, songwriter, composer, producer, performer, Mervyn Warren. Merv has worked with everybody from Quincy Jones to Whitney Houston. He was also a founding member of Take 6, with whom he got 1 gold and 1 platinum record. He's a 5-time Grammy winner, making him by far the most accomplished person we've ever had on this podcast.
Ever.
Wow.
By a long shot.
Yes, that's awesome.
And also, we said it earlier in the pre-interview, but I want to again shout out Mark Shaman, who is the music supervisor for this movie, who brought you in, Merv, and was kind enough to give us the intro because he seems like an awesome dude, and I can't wait to chat with him.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. First one, just how'd you get onto this project?
So I was, as you've already mentioned, I had been a member of the group Take 6. I left Take 6. I was living in Nashville. I was producing other artists. And I produced an album, which is a compilation of a lot of different artists. The album is called Handel's Messiah, A Soulful Celebration, where we took pieces from Handel's Messiah. Well, thank you. And we created these different gospel and jazz and R&B arrangements of pieces from Handel's Messiah, as you know. We won a Grammy for that album, and we actually performed the Hallelujah chorus from that album at the Grammys that particular year. I'm sorry, I forget exactly which year it was. It was either 91 or 92. I'm leaning toward 92.
You can't remember all the years you won Grammys in. It's just too much.
Fair enough. Yeah. So we performed there, and literally in less than a week, I'm thinking it was within 3 or 4 days, if I recall, I got a phone call from Matt Walker at Disney and Mark Shaman. I believe they were both on the phone. And they said, we're out here in LA. Again, I was in Nashville. They said, we're out in LA. We're working on a movie. We heard you. We saw you on TV. We love what you do. We were just wondering if you would be interested in coming to LA to work on a movie. I still didn't know what it was or who was in it or anything. It was just, hey, I'm a guy from Disney, and here's a guy, Mark Shaman. I didn't know who Mark was at the time. And they're both saying, we love your work. Would you be interested in coming and working with us? And I had always wanted to work in movies. So for them to say, would you like to come work on a movie? It's like, are you kidding me? Of course I would. And so they said, okay, well, we'd like to fly you out and have you meet some people. And I said, okay. And within a week or two, they flew me to LA. I met with those guys, Mark and Matt, and I met Whoopi Goldberg. And I found out that this was Sister Act 2. I think they probably told me before I got on the plane. But yeah, that's kind of how the invitation happened. That's how I was asked. And I said, I'd love to do it. They flew me out. We had a little meet and greet. Went back to Nashville for a bit, but ultimately they flew me back to LA, and I was here for 3 months working on the movie.
That's super cool. So when you are composing for a movie like this, I've always wondered, are you sitting solo with staff paper in front of you? Are you working with Mark or with the vocalist, or what's that process like?
Okay, good question. And I should say, Mark was very, very, as you know, Mark did the original Sister Act. He didn't need me on this one, but he was magnanimous enough to say, you know what, I like that kid. I was younger at the time, a lot younger, as you know, 30 years younger. And he said, hey, let's get that kid. And, and so it was very, generous of him to even ask for me. But once we came out and started looking at the script and talking about the story, he said, look, he was working on like a couple of other things, but he says, look, I'm going to do the nuns' music. I just want you to do the kids' music. You just do your thing. You just do it. And he basically just sent me off to do my thing. They put me in a furnished apartment in Hollywood, and I had some gear shipped out from Nashville, and I just set up a little studio, a little mini studio in my apartment there. And that's where I created those arrangements, with the exception of, as I said before we came on live, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. We ended up at the end of the movie, we ended up co-arranging that one. But the others I did on my own, and he just they stuck me in a room and I did my thing.
To tie into that a little bit, I wanted to hear a little bit, if you would, about your process for composition, especially with existing tunes like these that you're doing a new arrangement for, like the Janet Jackson, "What have you done for him lately?" Like that part in Joyful Joyful. How did you get that into your head?
That's great.
I got the idea really from the original Sister Act, because Mark had taken all of those songs from those girl groups in the 50s and 60s and had sort of adapted them for the nuns in an entertaining way. And they told me, hey, we want these kids. First of all, they're going to enter a competition. They spoiled it for me. They're going to win. We need you to write an arrangement that's going to be worthy of winning this contest.
Right.
So again, they had heard my Hallelujah and the kind of stuff that I had done. And they said, we want this kind of over the top arrangement. And I think even if they gave me the idea of Joyful Joyful, I'm pretty sure I came up with What Have You Done for Him Lately? And
Naughty by Nature was in there.
Yeah, you're down with G.O.D. Yeah, you know me. I think I came up with those ideas. I ran them by Mark and of course, Bill Duke, the director, and everybody loved the idea. So that was me sort of doing my sort of impersonation, if you will, or impression of what Mark had done in the first movie, me just kind of carrying that theme and doing the same thing for a younger group of singers.
Yeah, killed it too, man. That was great.
Did you know that you were going to have a Lauryn Hill and Ryan Toby soloist, or were you just going like, there's a solo here, get somebody good?
You know what? They included me in the casting. You may not know this, but you might be interested to know. So, the two girls that sing His Eyes on the Sparrow, that's Lauryn Hill and Tanya Blunt. Those two girls, those two women, they were girls at the time. Lauryn was 17. I don't remember Tanya, but Lauryn was 17 and had to have a chaperone. Those two young women were the two finalists to play the part that Lauryn ultimately got. And it came down to those two. They both could sing. They both could act. And believe it or not, Disney, I'll never forget this, the executives, they liked the fact that Lauryn, she had more acting experience. She was already on a soap opera, I believe, at the time. So she had more acting experience, but Tanya is a soprano. And they kind of had it in their minds. We want high notes. We want high notes. And I'll never forget. I found that to be sort of an odd priority for them. But what I said to them was, look, there are high notes for sopranos, but altos also have high notes.
Yeah.
If you decide to go with Lauryn, we will put the songs in a key that shows off her voice. And so I don't think anyone's going to go, oh, wait a minute, she's not singing that high. Boy, I don't like this movie because she didn't hit high notes. Well, I had to sort of convince them that it would work musically to use an alto.
You had to talk somebody into Lauryn Hill. That's crazy.
It's mind-boggling that anyone would be worried whether Lauryn Hill would be the right, like, that's my favorite female vocalist of all time, Lauryn Hill.
Wow.
You mean to tell me Disney was like, well, I don't know, she's not a soprano.
They loved her.
Yeah,
they loved
crazy.
her singing. They loved her acting, but they were concerned that she wasn't a soprano. And I had to disabuse them of those concerns.
So I guess for Oh Happy Day, when Ryan Toby hits that, man, I guess they like that high note.
Yeah, they must have loved Ryan Toby if they wanted the high notes.
Yeah, I think he sang the highest note in the movie. But so I will never forget that. And so I was a part of that whole process of casting all of them. Wow. I sat there as all those kids because Bill Duke, to his credit, he didn't want me to go in the studio with a bunch of studio singers and then just have these actors kind of lip syncing. He said, let's cast kids who can actually sing and let's actually record them. So it was a lot of fun. We all the kids you see are the kids who sang.
That's great.
And they can all, even the ones that aren't Ryan Toby and Lauryn Hill can all sing.
No, they could all sing. They may not have all been like star soloists, but they could all sing well enough to be in a choir and learn those parts. And yes, absolutely, no question.
I mean, Jennifer Love Hewitt sold some records. Tanya Blunt is no joke. Yeah, the girl that did
Yeah.
the Love Boat, like she had some pipes. They could all do it.
Yeah.
A love boat, soon we'll be making another run.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
part.
she was a character. That little stuff that, the little sort of quirky stuff that you saw her do, that was her all the time. Like they had to dial that down. They loved it, but they captured it. But she was like that 24/7. That is her. They were all great. They were all great, and I'm still friends with a couple of them to this day.
That's good stuff.
Did you write that high note for Ryan Toby and Oh Happy Day, or were you as shocked as everyone else when he threw that down?
I did not write that note for him. It was decided that he would sing the song, and we went in the studio, and that was he pulled that out of his. Well, I won't say what he pulled out. He surprised us with that, and we were like, "Holy crap, dude!"
I was gonna say Whoopi's reaction shot in the movie, I think accurately captured for everybody because she flipped around and was like, "What?"
Yes, exactly. That's how we were in the pre-record session. Absolutely, absolutely.
Great.
By the way, there's a little story about that particular sequence that you may or may not know.
Please tell us.
I've talked about this on social media, but you guys may not have heard it. So there's the whole "Oh Happy Day" sequence where she's teaching them, and there's the whole la 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 la, that whole thing, and there's like a montage where they're learning and she's teaching and coaching them, and then they get on stage in front of the audience, and Ryan's character kind of he's a little shy at first, and then he opens up. Okay. Well, once we're on stage, that whole rehearsal idea was not in the original script, or if it was a very simple, like a couple of sentences. As we were shooting the movie, Bill Duke said, "Hey, I want to make a bigger deal out of this. So let's take Oh Happy Day, but I want to work it into our rehearsal." And so that was like an assignment. I had to go and kind of work that thing up. And when I created it, I sang the vocals for Whoopi to learn what she needed to learn in order to teach the kids.
Yeah.
Well, to this day, for some reason, when you get to the performance in front of the audience, and she says, okay, she's trying to warm them up and she's trying to, pep them up. Right. And she says, okay, you guys, and she goes into that la, 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 la. That is not Whoopi Goldberg's voice. That is my voice. They forgot to replace me. They forgot to replace me with Whoopi. And I sent them a note. We had, there's a million people working on a movie, doing a million things. And I said, folks, we still have to get Whoopi singing the la la la's in the auditorium. We've got to get her in the studio. And she was doing ADR and shooting scenes and doing whatever. And it fell through the cracks. Not my fault. It fell through the cracks. And to this day, it is my voice in the movie.
That's an amazing tidbit. Whoopi can really sing a little bit though, right?
She can carry a tune. Yes, she can carry a tune. But because, her voice is not recognizable, that's why that didn't, if it had been Lauryn Hill and my voice came out of Lauryn Hill's mouth, someone would have said, wait a second, that's not Lauryn. But because they didn't recognize Whoopi's voice, I guess mine was close enough. And there it will forever be.
That's crazy. I love that.
I mean, if I was Whoopi, I might just keep forgetting to show up to that recording session and just let Merv's voice live coming out of my mouth. It'd be fine. We do have a special guest for you, Merv.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Somebody that you might remember.
Mr. T.
What's up?
Mr. Toby. How are you, sir?
The man, the myth, the legend. What's so funny is I just messaged Mervyn on Facebook for the first time. I don't think we've had any communication since 1993.
I don't think so.
I messaged him on Facebook 3 weeks ago, or maybe.
Not long ago.
Yeah, we were talking about part 3, and I was asking him if he was going to be involved, and I was just telling him like what an amazing moment he created. I mean, he is the maestro. He is,
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And you definitely made your mark on that
Thank
film.
you.
Oh man.
Because of
You
you, brother.
absolutely did. And I have no clue. I have no clue what the plot of Sister Act 3 is going to be. And I'm not writing it,
They're going to win.
but they're going to win.
They're gonna win again.
But I'm hoping it's a big reunion is what I'm hoping. That's my point.
Yeah,
I hope they
man.
bring us all back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why we can't have Whoopi go back to teach kids how to sing and have Ryan in there teaching too.
Yeah, now we're talking.
I'm ready.
That's awesome.
I'm not asking for a story credit, but I think that would be badass.
You know what's always so funny to me when I see memes or people DM me. Literally almost every day, I'm getting some type of DM, some type of message from fans and friends or whatever family. The oh happy day moment, and when the camera's on Whoopi and she's singing she says, "Now everyone sing after me, la 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 la." Like I laugh every time because that's his voice. That's not her voice.
That's great.
I always
Exactly.
get such a kick out of that.
That's
Always.
awesome.
Wait, so Ryan, Merv said he was in on the casting. Do you remember getting cast in this? Do you remember him being in there?
So I had, I think, a total of 7 or 8 auditions for it.
Wow.
So yeah. The first one obviously was kind of like just that big open cattle call. Then I got a call back, and then another call back, and I think when it got down to maybe 7th callback was like in LA, 7th or 8th, and then it was like down to like me and like 2 other young men. And I think I remember Mervyn coming in on maybe some of those, because those auditions would be with producers. Bill
Right.
Duke was in the room,
Right.
and then people from Disney were in the room.
Yeah.
Do you even remember who the other people were that you were going against at the end? Is it anybody that anybody would recognize?
So, fun fact, Sister Act was the first thing I ever auditioned for in my life, ever. I'd never
Oh,
been to a
wow.
movie. I never had any acting experience. I was just kind of like a kid from a small town, grew up singing in church, that type of thing. And when I would go to the audition, I didn't have an agent. I wasn't with SAG. I wasn't in a union, none of that.
Yeah.
And so when I would go to these auditions, especially when it started getting into like the 4th and the 5th and the 6th callback, I was seeing Tevin Campbell coming into audition.
Nice.
I was seeing, Tatiana Ali. I was seeing Tony Thompson from the group High Five.
Oh,
I mean,
Tony
like,
Thompson.
so I was like, there's no way I'm getting this. Like all these, the top premier kids of the time
Yeah.
I saw coming into the audition. So I'm still mesmerized that I was able to, get to land the role.
I remember David Faustino was one of the guys from Married with Children. I believe
yeah.
he auditioned.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Crazy.
mistaken. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I remember him being good. So I don't know. Like I didn't make final decisions, but I remember sitting in
Yeah.
the room, obviously, and I had no idea you had like 6 or 7 calls. I would have been involved in like the last 1 or 2.
Yeah.
By the time they brought me in.
I just found out Mark Wahlberg was going to read for Frank A. I just found that out.
Oh,
That's
wow. I don't
crazy.
think I remember that.
I was watching an interview with Mark Wahlberg, and he was talking about how they sent him the script, and they were talking to him
Right.
about it. Yeah.
And then I ended up working on a movie with him where he did rap, which was Renaissance Man.
Oh, nice.
Dude,
I
Nice.
love that
nice.
movie.
we cannot wait
Yeah.
to do that one. I think it's 94. We already got that on our list.
All right, just
Nice.
call me back. I'll be here.
Good stuff.
Well, look, the music from Sister Act 2. I mean, I watched, obviously, Jeff and I watched the movie to get ready for our episode, and then I watched the stuff on YouTube. I watch Oh Happy Day, Joyful, Joyful, His Eyes on the Sparrow. I watch that stuff like once a year, and I still get goosebumps every time. I just thank you guys so much for bringing that into the world.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it is timeless. And like I was telling JT earlier, I teach 18-year-olds. I'm a senior high school teacher. I play music in the hallway just to get everybody going. Well, since I was going to talk to you guys, and since we're doing this movie, I'm like, I'm going to play Sister Act music. these kids lost their mind. You hear "Oh Happy Day" and everybody's singing along. Everybody knows every single little vamp that you're doing at the end and little ad lib. They know it all, and
none of them can hit the high note.
No, none of them can hit the high note. None of them. But it's still a thing. It's still a thing.
I tell you, I remember having a lot of fun. I remember having a lot of fun in the studio and on the sets. But you never know. And I don't think anyone ever sets out to make a bad movie. You're just doing the best you can. But you never know that something that you're working on is going to someday be considered sort of a classic. I'm not comparing this with Gone with the Wind, but people love this movie.
Better.
It's a classic, Mervyn. It's a classic. You can say it. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Definitely a classic.
People love the movie. I meet people all the time and they say, oh, what have you worked on? And if I say Sister Act 2, they fall out. They go, oh my God. It's my favorite,
Yeah. Why wouldn't they? That's awesome.
Well, look, Merv, I know we're overtime with you, but I wanted Ryan to be able to say what's up to you, but we'll let you get back to your day.
Thank you again so much. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hope to see you on set soon.
Man, I can't thank you enough for doing this.
Yeah, for real, man. This is great.
I'm so thankful that you let me jump in with Mervyn. Like you don't understand, man. You don't understand. Like that brother arranging all the music. I remember, I'm sure he's worked on tons of projects. I remember it was a big deal. He was a master. He was putting those songs together. The rehearsals were brutal. He was getting all that dope singing, all that time. Like you said, the kids know every part, and it's still slammed to this day.
Oh, yeah.
With 30 years later, and the songs are still jamming. People are still want to hit the notes. He came up with all of that shit.
The part where those girls are doing that tiny little step while they're the kids were doing that in the front of my class as they were walking in at that part. Dude, they know it.
Exactly. And you know what's so crazy is, how things play out, and especially nowadays, things play out really, really fast, right? And things look old, and, your kids, oh, dad, that's old, and, kids love it like it just came out.
Absolutely.
Like they love it like it's fresh, like it's new. They feel it like as if, you know what I mean?
And those arrangements are great. And we talked to him a little bit, and he just said Mark Shaman saw him performing on the Grammys and just said, like, come in and do this. And like, I'm going to do the nuns, you do the kids. And he just went to his apartment and just like set up in there and did his mad genius shit. And like, and it still is so incredible.
It's so dope.
So good.
Yeah. And it still resonates. You know what I mean?
The amount of stuff that you've had your hand in that have shaped what we've listened to is staggering, man. So I just want to say thanks for doing what you do.
Let's talk about the only reason your ass went to Miami.
So I'm going to be hitting you guys with a lot of fun facts tonight. All right.
Nice.
So fun fact number one, and then we're gonna get to Miami. I'm gonna show you. So fun fact number one, in the joyful rap, I wrote that rap part. That was my first taste of song publishing. Because my first gold record plaque is a Sister Act 2 plaque. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And I remember being in rehearsal. We were in rehearsal. Mervyn, we're in rehearsal, whatever, and we were on break, and I was looking for the kid Ron, the actor. His name is Ron, who played Sketch.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Where's Ron? Oh, he's in one of the other break rooms." I go in the break room, and he's got the CD player, whatever, and he's playing the track over and over. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, they want me to do like a rap part in the breakdown of the song." I was like, "Oh, what do you got so far?" So he kind of like, I just got a couple lines. He rapped a little bit. I was like, "Nah, don't say that, man. You should say this." And I was just like, joyful, Lord, and freestyle the whole shit. No lie.
That's great.
I can rap my ass off, bro. Like.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Man, write that down. So I wrote it on a napkin. And I walked out the room. Didn't think anything of it. I think maybe like 2 days later, my attorney called me from New York. He's just checking on me, making sure this, because he knows my first time in LA. Are they treating you right? Are they doing this? He's checking on me. Yeah, everything's great. Rehearsals are good. And they're gonna use this rap that I wrote. They're gonna put it in this. He was like, "Wait, who's gonna use what and what?" Yeah, this little rap thing I wrote for the song. I don't know. They said they want to use it, and I'm 15, 16. He's like, "Let me call you right back." He calls me about 30 minutes later. "Ryan, let me talk to you about something called song publishing."
Yeah, we need to talk about publishing.
Yeah.
Publishing? What's publishing? Yeah.
That's how you get paid, young Ryan Toby.
Yeah, exactly. So I got schooled to the game real early, and yeah, man, and I've been eating off that since.
That's so cool, man. I remember when we were in high school, because Jeff's mom, he and I go way back, his mom was a huge Beatles fan, and Boyz II Men 2 came out, and they did Yesterday a cappella, and we were going like, man, this song is amazing. And she was like, that is not the real version. Let me get y'all the real version. We were like, that version is awful. This right here is the new hotness.
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell who they're trying to aim commercials for by the music that they play. And I'm like, man, I think I need diabetic medicine because that song was fire. It was awesome.
I might get a reverse mortgage because that was my shit right there.
That was my song. You know, man, it's such an interesting feeling. You're right. Watching TV now and the commercials come on, and it's songs from our generation, but the product that you're marketing is like old people shit. And you're like, wait, posted this meme not too long ago that said, when did I become the same age as old people?
Ooh, for real though. For real. Yeah, we always remind our listeners to take an ibuprofen before they go to bed tonight because, man, you're going to need it.
Yeah, if you remember this movie, you got back pain. Or your parents are awesome. It's one of them. It's one of those two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, dude, let's get into Sister Act. I mean, I would talk to you all day about freaking. By the way, you wrote "Caught Up" with Pooh Bear for Usher. That is also my jam,
dude. Such a good song.
So literally, this time, 30 years ago, I was a part of Sister Act 2, unbeknownst to, not knowing it would be a timeless classic, right?
Yeah.
This same time of year, 20 years ago, we flew to Atlanta to work with Usher on what would become his biggest album of his career.
Confessions, Part 2.
You know what I mean? So it's just this time is very surreal for me. Like, wow, like I made some pretty big leaps in my life. And just to be a part, I've been blessed, let me say it that way. I've been blessed to be a part of things that would be classics, like real classics. Like, you know, little fun fact, when the Usher Superstar Challenge went viral, like, you know, last year and stuff like that, that little riff in it, that's my riff. That was in the demo when we sent it to him.
Of course it is.
You know what I mean? Like I referenced that, did the run, wrote the song, we sent it to L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid loved it. He flew us from Philly to Atlanta. Usher hated the song, mind you, another little fun fact. He hated the song. And then he sang it, obviously, it came out super dope. And then here we are 20 years later and people are doing a challenge to hit that riff. And I'm just
trying to hit your riff.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
I just feel so honored and so humbled all the time. Like, you know, it's just so humbling.
All right, let's hit a little bit of Sister Act 2. So I'm always wanting to know, well, hold on. Let's do this first. Jeff and I were absolutely shocked to learn that Sister Act 2 was not as commercially successful as the original Sister Act, because in our minds, Sister Act 2 is 10 times the movie.
1,000 times better.
Like we did Sister Act last year on the podcast 30 years ago for that. And we're like, yeah, Sister Act, whatever, that's cool. But really, we want to get to Sister Act 2. And then we do this and we're like, that one did a lot more business. I had no idea.
Yeah. That's what happened. So obviously, I think, well, let's start by saying what makes Sister Act 2 work is probably what makes it work culturally is probably the same thing that hindered it economically.
Right.
Absolutely. That was a very proper way to say that, by the way.
Right. The first one was super white. It's old white ladies. It's super Catholic. You know what I mean? So obviously that has a broader appeal when you think about how big the Catholic religion is.
Yeah. And they're singing those songs that are old too. Like those old songs, that's the people spending money to go to the show.
Exactly. They're singing all baby boomer music. You know what I mean? So you have that element. Now, then here we go with Sister Act 2, and they go more urban. They go, you know, it's more hip hop, and they go way younger. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's probably where we took the hit in the box office, but because of video, and then because of movies coming to television, and you know, Lifetime and HBO, and then every year it running over and over and over and over, the soundtrack and all of that, it took on another life and another growth. Like people don't realize it's 30 years old because they always say, man, I grew up watching that movie, and it's like, yeah, think about that. You grew up watching it.
Yeah, you were a kid, and now you're not anymore.
Right.
And they're like, oh, my family, we would wear that soundtrack out. We would play it every year. Every year would come on during Thanksgiving. Every year would come on during Christmas. Exactly. For 30 years. You don't even realize you were 10 years old, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, so what I was going to ask is, did y'all know as actors after the movie came out, were you disappointed with how it was received? And then over the years, you started to realize how deep it had got into the culture? Or did y'all feel pretty good about it from day one?
I was too young to think anything. It was just kind of like, okay, I'm doing a movie. It was my first time in Hollywood, first time doing a film. I didn't really know what to think. It was just kind of like, holy shit. It was like, holy shit the whole time. I didn't even, you know what I mean? I remember the film coming out and I couldn't even watch it. It was like I had that nervous feeling of like I would get sick whenever I would go to the movie theater because I just was too critical and too nervous. And it was just such a weird feeling like I'm on a big movie screen. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
And I went back to high school, mind you. I just went back to school.
Right.
So I was back in high school. I was back with my friends. I didn't get some big record deal. My life, I didn't nothing happened.
You had to go back to science class after you made Sister Act 2?
Yeah.
Yep, I went back to class, and the movie wasn't like a big smash in the theater, so nothing changed. I was just back home, and it wasn't until I'd say 6, maybe 7 years later, so I'm like, 23, 24, now I'm like going out, I'm going to clubs, I'm hanging out a little bit, and it's like, hey, aren't you the guy? Hey, aren't you the guy? Hey, aren't you the guy? And then it was like, oh, okay. Then it started to become like a thing. Like, oh, wow, you were in the movie. You're in that movie. I just saw that movie.
Do you ever just go into like a karaoke bar and just throw on Oh Happy Day and just blow the doors off?
Never.
You ought to do that.
Never. I just had lunch with some friends and I said, ironically, I hate karaoke.
Oh, man.
I hate karaoke because, I feel like everyone else gets to just get drunk and sing some silly song and have fun. I go out to karaoke and everybody's like, okay, performance time. Like, all right, like I gotta put on a concert for free. So it was never fun. Yeah.
That's the part I love. I get serious. I do warm-ups and stuff. I'm in the background doing my vocal warm-ups. I get a dented 58 with a bunch of reverb that smells like beer, and I get up there and I go, hey, put on Careless Whisper, and then let's get after it.
They do love it, though, man. I got to be there. I've been there when he's done it, and it's great.
That's dope.
Wait, so how much do you get hit up about this movie? Every single day?
Every day.
That's crazy, man.
There was a time where once a day, what? Aren't you that guy? Aren't you? Or sometimes it'll just be, man, did you go to Jefferson High School? Like, did you go to Washington High School?
From my
I'm
teens.
like, no. Are you from Charleston? No. Really? Why are you so familiar? And I just like to I always play dumb. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Got one of those faces. I've always wanted to notice about movies where there's a musical component like this. Did y'all pre-track everything in the studio?
It's so funny. That's something that's very funny too. People, and I get it, people don't know how Hollywood works, but like, do you really think you did that live and they caught my reaction, Whoopi's reaction, the priest's reaction, like all at the same time? You don't think we rehearsed that? Like, you really think that happened in the moment?
I know the Oh Happy Day stuff on the stage is obviously pre-recorded, but I'm wondering, like, Lauryn Hill and Tanya Blunt, His Eyes on the Sparrow, just the two of them.
That I think they did that was live. Like, I think maybe the more intimate stuff they did live. Lauryn,
or like even the kids when y'all are like rehearsing and it sounds like dog shit. It's like they probably could have boomed that and it'd have been fine.
Yeah. But the big performance-y production stuff, that stuff was pre-recorded,
So y'all do that before y'all start even rehearsing the film? Y'all go do the cast recordings, then you have them?
First thing is, what was the first thing? First thing we did was just song rehearsal, just learning songs. So we're coming to choir rehearsal every day. We were doing that while we were also learning choreography.
Yeah.
So the choreographer, she was coming up with the routines. So we were learning the songs, learning the parts, and learning the choreography. Once we got that locked down, then we go in the studio to record the song.
That's cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah. and then we film. Then we film it, obviously, and they do playback.
So you're just mouthing along with it while you're out there. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Thank God. I mean, shit. Can you imagine doing like 100 takes?
100.
100 years. Let's get it good one good time. And
Get it one time, and then we go home.
Yeah.
Can you still hit that?
That's the question of the day. I will never tell. No, no, man. I can, but it's gonna be a little more of a little more grown man type style. It's not gonna be that baby pre-pubescent Mickey Mouse shit. No.
Even when I'm 13 when this movie comes out, even as a prepubescent who has a good falsetto, I could not get to that. That was like some whistle tone.
Yeah, that's some Mariah stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty. I was listening to a lot of Mariah Carey during that time, and
I think everybody.
And I was a late bloomer. I didn't really hit my vocal change. Fun fact: I hit my vocal change immediately after recording that. How about that? I remember showing up to set damn near the next day and just doing lines in a scene, and it's like, this is Mary Clarence. No, this is Mary Clarence. You need to. They're like, cut. You okay? You need some water? I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh man, that worked out great then.
Yeah, it did.
That was good. Good timing.
Yeah, your body was like, we don't ever need to do that again. Let's go ahead and move on to the next phase.
Go ahead and drop these things down. Go ahead and let these things go.
Yeah, did y'all get that on tape? Because we're moving on.
Release.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I stopped counting after 120 million views on YouTube, but oh, happy day. 64 million on your YouTube channel, by the way. But on like 15 different channels, that song has more than 1 million views.
Yeah, man.
And I think only like 6 or 7 million of them is me.
Man, he's not joking either. I'm not joking. Like we'd pick up people. We're like, hey, we're going out. Let's go. Hop in the car. We're like going down to like New Orleans. They're like, yeah, let's get in the mood. And we're like, how about Joyful from the Sister Act 2 soundtrack? They're like, what the hell is this? I'm like, that's
your pregame song.
Got us hype.
Absolutely. Do you have anything else about Sister Act 2 you remember that you want to tell us? Because I'm out of Sister Act 2 questions.
Let me see.
I got distracted by Usher in Miami and songwriting.
Oh, great story. I sprained my ankle real bad the last week of filming.
Yeah.
And we had to come up with an alternate ending. A lot of people don't know. We shot an alternate ending where my character sprained his ankle.
Really?
Yeah. And I sprained my ankle being a complete knucklehead. With my one friend Chaz, and we used to hang out at our apartment in Lauryn Hill. We used to hang out all the time, and we were messing around in Lauren's car doing donuts in the parking lot. And
like you're supposed to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I thought it would be a great idea to do the donuts, but I'll hang out the passenger window, like with my legs out the window.
Oh man.
And let's do that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's smart. So we're doing the donuts. I'm hanging my feet out the window. Of course, I go flying out of the window.
Yeah.
Under the car.
Oof.
Car rolls up on my ankle. Ah! Car rolls over my ankle. Whole shit show.
Everybody's freaking out.
You gotta call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Call the ambulance. They take me in. Blah 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 blah. I show up to set. Last week of shooting. We're supposed to wrap. Crew is ready to go. Everybody, this is it. Last week. We're going to shoot the big dance scene and we're done.
Right.
Okay? Now, mind you, this is a big budget film. So I think every week of shooting was at least $1 million in production cost. You know what I mean? A week.
Yeah.
Right? Here I come in on crutches.
And it's not like you messed it up when your shoot didn't open on a stunt on the movie.
No. I'm dicking around over the weekend. So after weeks and weeks of prep, rehearsal, choreography, here we are, and here I come in on the crutches. Hey.
Crazy.
Did you tell him what happened, or you made up something?
Did I tell him what happened?
Did you say Lauren did it?
No,
it was her. I didn't.
I don't know if I told them. That part I don't remember what I said. I do not remember. I don't remember, but I know they were hot. Production was hot. directed. Little dude was hot, livid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
supposed to shoot this dance scene today.
Yeah. Oh man. Did you have like a
Whoopi had the idea to shoot an alternate ending. Whoopi says to me, so she's the true OG, right? So she pulls me aside and she says, listen, everyone's mad, whatever, rightly so, but you hurt yourself, right? So I don't give a what they say. Don't let them just treat you like anything. If you
Yes.
can't film, you can't film. So her advice was like, don't let them just treat you any kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she, from there, commences to come up with an alternate ending. She came up with the alternate ending.
That's awesome.
She's like, she tells the kids, take your robes off. She says, Ahmal's character, he's taking his robe off or something. He gets real excited and trips over, whatever, takes a tumble. I can't go on. Go on without me. Go on without me.
Right.
And then they go on without him. But then when it comes to my part of
Yeah.
I miraculously like find the strength, and then like I come out with crutches, and like I sing my little thing with the crutches, and me and Whoopi do the little hip bump, and I'm on crutches, and we shot that shit.
Filmed it with crutches?
That's amazing.
Crazy.
So we filmed that, and then they were like, this looks terrible.
Yeah.
So did they just wait until you got better and then filmed it again? Like, how'd they do it?
No. So we shot that for like maybe 2 days. They looked at the dailies. They hated it. So they're like, we need to get him rehabbed quick. So they bring in like top sports therapist people. But
Sweet.
yeah, she did her little Svengali and got me back out there, patted me on the ass, like, get back in the game, kids.
That's
and then
awesome.
so then we shot the regular ending. So to save production costs, because we were already like 2-3 days behind schedule, whatever, shooting that other bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, so they spliced together scenes from the one performance where I'm kind of not in it, and scenes from the one where I am. So if you look closely at that
Nice.
performance, if you certain cuts of the camera, I'm dancing next to Lauren, and they cut this way, and I'm not next
You're
to
not
Lauren.
there.
And they
Crazy.
spliced it all together. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
It sounds like y'all in the cast had a good time shooting that movie.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Like, 'cause y'all are all teenagers and y'all just hanging out and stuff.
No. Only me, Lauren, and Jennifer were teenagers. Everybody else was grown as hell.
Oh, gotcha. So 3 teenagers and then a bunch of old people playing teenagers.
Exactly.
Standard Hollywood stuff.
Standard Hollywood
It's
stuff.
like Grease. Are you sure these people are teenagers? Because they don't look it.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thanks so much. You got anything you wanna plug? You want to tell us to check out or our listeners to check out?
Yeah, man. The only thing right now, let's see. So I'm working on this new sitcom called Hanging with the Taylors. It's a new show, working with a new director named Stacey Davis. She's out of South Carolina. She's a new director and screenplay writer, and we just, we shot this little sitcom. We shot a pilot. We got it picked up on this small network called the Impact Network. So check your local listings if you have the Impact Network in your city. And so we got picked up for a second season. So we're shooting the second season in May.
Man.
So I'm working on that. I'm having a lot of fun with that. I shot another independent film with her called Another Christmas. That was fun. And I'm working on Usher's new album. So,
Super busy then.
Well, look, man, I don't like to brag, but I figured out a new way to cook chicken thighs, so things are pretty good over here too. I sear them is what I do. Sear them on both sides, and then in the oven until they get to temp, and they're juicy and delicious.
You're killing me.
All right.
You're killing me.
Tell Usher that's what I got going on.
Okay.
See how he feels about that.
How you feel about that, Mr. Raymond?
Oh, that's great.
Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
So
This was
much. Thank
fun.
you so much. So much.
Thanks.
And,
Thanks, guys.
and when Sister Act 3 comes out in 3 years, and then 30 years from that, we'll have you back on again in 33
Yeah.
years to talk about it again.
I'll be 76.
Jeff will not be there, but me and Jeff's son will do it.
Jake's going to take over. It'll be fine. It'll be the same thing.
That'll be great.
Matt, keep doing what you're
Okay,
doing.
fellas.
Thank you so much for Matt. I
Yeah.
can't thank you enough. It's great
That means the
stuff.
world to me. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Thank you, man.
Have a good one.
Y'all be good, brother.
Thanks,
See ya.
man. Appreciate it, dude. What the? This is fucking so fun. This is ridiculous.
All right, so you guys just heard something that Jeff and I have not at this point yet heard, which is our edited interviews with Merv Warren and Ryan Toby. We've only got the full uncut version, but you will have just heard the edited version.
You all need to hear the full uncut version. You got to go.
Yeah, we'll put the full version on Patreon, but these guys are so nice and they're so smart and they're so knowledgeable and they have incredible stories about the making of this movie and how they both got to do the things that they got to do. And it was just beyond cool to be able to talk to them, honestly.
Unbelievable. And they had stories about everything. Like because they've worked with so many different people and so much stuff is going on in their life. It's crazy that.
Dude, Merv talking about having to talk the studio into Lauryn Hill because she wasn't a soprano. That's an amazing story.
Yeah. Going to Quincy Jones's house and sitting
hanging
next
out
to
with
the
Quincy
statue
Jones.
on the coffee table from the CD cover.
Yeah, we probably will edit that part out because we're going to keep the interview to Sister Act 2. But Merv worked with Quincy Jones, and there's great Quincy Jones stories on the Patreon.
Yeah, it's so good.
And Ryan Toby wrote Miami for Will Smith and wrote Caught Up for Usher. So he's got great stories,
Great
too.
stories.
We'll probably keep the interview just to the Sister Act 2 stuff. But
dude, it's great. You guys got to check it out.
Strictly for time purposes, I know people on Groundhog Day got mad that we cut out some of the Stephen Tobolowsky interview. We just only got so much time.
Right.
So we are putting the bonus stuff up, and it is available for people.
Absolutely, it's good too.
But anyway, let's do our best 3 scenes. I can tell you real quickly: His Eyes on the Sparrow, Oh Happy Day, Joyful Joyful. Those are my 3 scenes.
I didn't want to put all the songs, so
yeah,
I did His Eyes on the Sparrow, and I did the Joyful Joyful at the end, and I had in there, which I erased. I had in there Oh Happy Day. But I was like, God, can I just pick songs? Is that the 3 best scenes? Because that's what I had originally.
It's definitely the 3 best scenes.
Well, then I'll just go with that.
I mean, you pick something different if you want to.
No.
Oh Happy Day was my favorite of the bunch, honestly, because we talked about it with Merv. They did the Oh Happy Day choir training montage, which I love a training montage, and this one also incorporated gospel choir. So really, there could be nothing on film that I ever would like more than that.
Doubly awesome.
Gospel training montage that ends with the Oh Happy Day song.
No, it was really good, and
that was built for me.
That's what I had. I had those same exact 3, obviously. Dude, I didn't know how long His Eyes on the Sparrow has been around.
Long coma art.
Yeah, long time. 1905 is when the lady wrote it. I went down a long ass rabbit hole on that song, of course. The lady who wrote the lyrics, Sevilla Martin, dude. She met some people on a holiday, and the dude was in a wheelchair and the wife was bedridden, but they had a very upbeat feeling about them. And she was talking to him, and the lady, whose name is Mrs. Doolittle, who's bedridden, she goes, His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. And then the lady who wrote it was like, yeah. And I had just been reading the Gospel of Matthew at the same time where they talk about the same stuff. She put it together and made that song. That's ridiculous.
Quick confession. When Jesus is my
portion?
Yeah. That's what it sounds like, but that doesn't really make sense. When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. I know when you eat the cracker, you're supposed to be taking a portion of Jesus, but I didn't think that was the same thing.
That is Psalm 119, verse 57. The Lord is my portion.
Okay, cool. That's what I've been singing for 30 years. But
right.
Every time I'm like, is that right? Is that,
no, you
I
get
don't know
it
if
right.
that makes sense.
Do you want me to get that on a nice piece of whitewashed wood, written in script that you can hang in your room?
If it looks weathered, that would be great. Just put that up in my office.
And then we'll have just the word Jesus in script, and then the bottom will be written in print.
So yeah, dude, if you have another scene, I'm happy to hear it.
I don't really have any scene. I just took that one out, and I was like, I don't know what else to put. I feel bad picking just the 3 songs, but you're right. That's the reason.
I go watch those 3 songs on YouTube at least once a year, and not that there's not other good stuff. There is other good stuff, but those are so far and away my 3 favorite moments of that movie.
Yeah.
That I don't know how to not to put those there. Quotes. When Jesus is my portion. That's my first one.
In script on a weathered, whitewashed
old piece of. It looks like it came from a beach. Ideally, piece of wood.
Oh man, that's
everybody who has that in their house is unsubscribing right now.
Can I get the word Jesus written vertically so I can lean it against my front door in my suburban household?
All right. I didn't have any quotes from this.
Dude,
I do have
songs. I have a couple.
All right, go.
They're all dad quotes.
Perfect. That's great.
So Mr. Crisp is talking to me. He's like, I don't know. Teach him how to play soccer. And then Father Maurice is like, We don't have the balls for that.
Freaking Bernard Hughes, man.
Oh, God.
Somebody check Hollywood for knives. I don't want him operating on me in case I sneeze.
He does a Walt Whitman.
Is this one of the long Whitmans? We loved Bernard Hughes and Doc Hollywood, one of our maybe second or third episode from season one. He's still great. He's got a great voice. He's got great timing.
Yes.
He didn't have a lot to do in this movie, but I just was delighted every time he was on screen.
I really like him. Also, there was Father Ignatius and Sister Mary Clarence are talking, and he says, "Sursum corda." She's like, "Wait a minute, what was that?" And he's like, "It's Latin. It means lift up your heart." She goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said insert some quarters." And I was like, God, I freaking love jokes like that. Like,
that is terrible. But that's just like, that scene is another one that, because I like how the first like maybe 15 minutes of this movie kind of beat for beat mirrors. Like it opens with a big musical number on Whoopi, and she's doing the like the mega mix, which Mark Shaman put together, which is incredible.
Good stuff.
And then she gets to the like convent, and then she sits down at the table with all of them. All that stuff is beat for beat from the first movie, but in the first movie, that scene with them at the dinner table had like 4 funny lines.
Yeah. The whole her prayer and stuff. Yeah.
It's like, and then they're trying to take it away. She's like, I'll eat it. I'm going to eat it. Let's get some salt.
Yeah, they tried to do that too at the dinner.
I know we missed some jokes on this one, which is why I think the first one is a slightly better movie.
I wonder if they didn't let Whoopi like riff as much.
I don't know. Well, this movie came out. This movie comes out 21 months after Sister Act, which is in an unbelievably short timeline for a movie to come out, do well, get a sequel greenlit, write it, set up pre-production, cast, shoot it, and then that's a crazy timeline.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that the 3 writers for this movie were probably sitting on set, like scribbling frantically in their notepads to figure out what they were going to say tomorrow.
Yeah, they should have called some comedians to punch it up. You know how they do. They get people.
Well,
to
they
do
had
that?
EGOT winner Whoopi Goldberg, but she can only do so much. She's already carrying this thing like a backpack.
Yeah,
Everything that wasn't singing was just Whoopi out there doing work.
Right.
And Bernard Hughes and Maggie Smith. All right, you got any more quotes?
No more quotes. What about characters?
First character for me, no surprise, Whoopi Goldberg, EGOT winner.
Yeah, me too. Dolores Van Cartier, Sister Mary Clarence.
Sister Mary Clarence. She's funny. She can act. She can sing. She can dance. I mean, she's no Lauryn Hill, but she sings okay. She conducts like nobody's business.
Yeah, the conducting acting was so superb.
Top notch. And I love Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm happy that we're in the period of the 90s where we're going to get to do a couple Whoopi Goldberg movies.
Yeah, good stuff. Who's your second? Because I had Whoopi also.
Second, Lauryn Hill.
Oh, I see. I didn't put Lauryn Hill.
She was on a soap opera before this, but this is her first movie role. But she's really good in this movie. Obviously, she's an incredible singer. I said to Merv, I think she's my favorite female vocalist of all time. She's a phenomenal singer. She's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And she does a really good job of playing that like bratty kid who's like too cool for school, but also her mom doesn't want her to be in the choir, so she's just going to have to quit. Like, she just did a good job.
Yeah, she did. Maybe I can put her along with my second one, who is Wesley Glenn Ahmal James, played by Ryan Toby. I liked his part. Maybe I could put both of those together. So we'll do Ahmal James and Rita Louise Watson together.
Yeah, those 2 actors, Lauryn Hill and Ryan Toby, and singers, like I think those are the critical roles for this movie because both of those have to be good actors and great singers.
And good singers, yeah.
And or the movie really doesn't, and not that it doesn't work, but it just doesn't have the impact on the culture that this movie does.
Right.
Like the singing, obviously, the arrangements and the performances, ridiculous. But what makes the movie still enjoyable to sit through is that they're good actors too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, you're right.
They carry the heaviest load, other than Whoopi Goldberg. So definitely shout out to both of them.
Yeah.
I just had to go number 3 on my list, Bernard Hughes, because that dude
Father
is my
Maurice.
jam.
Yeah, me too. Dude, it's the same. I really like that guy. And I like how he spells his name, Bernard, with a B-A.
Yeah.
Dude, great voice, great comedic timing, and really great delivery. I like all of his stuff. I'm glad we picked him together. We really
liked him.
A lot. All right, writers, directors.
Hang on, sorry. I was trying to look. I thought the choreographer was a guy who had done some Michael Jackson videos, but now I can't find that anywhere. And I want to make sure I didn't read that somewhere that's not true.
Michael Peters. That's the guy who worked on Thriller.
That's the guy. But did you find him on Sister Act 2 on the credits list somewhere?
Yeah, he's on Sister Act 2. As soon as I pulled up choreography for Sister Act and it brought up Michael Peters, I know that guy because I've seen the making of Thriller 1,000 times.
Yeah, so so that's what I found for the choreography. Michael Peters, who's the guy who choreographed the Beat It video and the Thriller video, was the choreographer for, I guess, probably not all of this, but I think probably like Joyful, Joyful stuff at the end, those dances. But pretty cool to get the choreographer from Thriller and Beat It to do the choreography from this.
Yeah, that's freaking amazing. I didn't even catch that the first time around, man. That's great. Good stuff.
Yeah, so and 3 writers, James Orr, Jim Cruikshank, and Judy Ann Mason. Judy Ann Mason from Bossier City, Louisiana, shout out.
Yeah.
Born on Groundhog Day, shout out. Also went to Grambling, shout out. Ryan
Shout
Toby.
out. Man.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of movie credits, but she did some TV writing, worked on Good Times, Sanford and Son, Different World, Beverly Hills 90210, stuff like that. And I think this may be her only screenplay.
Yeah, I didn't see
credit.
too many others. Yeah. I didn't see too many stuff. Too much
And
stuff
then,
about it.
Jim Cruikshank, I don't see any other credits for him, at least not where I'm looking. James Orr wrote stuff like 3 Men and a Baby.
Man, that's the only one that I recognize, I think, from his group of stuff. It was like 3 Men and a Baby and Mr. Destiny.
And the director, Bill Duke, is actually a guy that I knew from his acting work.
That's what I was going to say. I've only known him from acting.
Like he was in Commando, he was in Predator, he was in Action Jackson, Menace to Society.
I know him from Predator and from Menace to Society. He always plays like he's like a cop or a detective in almost everything that I can think of.
Yeah, he's definitely got a detective kind of face.
Yeah, I like it. He's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, totally. But he's directed 15 or so films, and he directed this guy.
Yeah, and he's only 80, so he's got some more in him.
He's got some time.
Yeah. All right. So what about the worst? You want to talk about the worst? I got no more best.
I didn't have any worst scenes or characters. Although honestly, Mr. Crisp, the movie really could have done without that particular villain. The school could have been going bankrupt without him actively trying to pull the kids out of the competition. But I don't care about that.
What about the Nuns' Ball of Confusion at the old folks' home?
I didn't like that Ball of Confusion as a song choice.
Me either. That's what I was going to say.
Not that I don't love the Temptations and it wasn't a great arrangement. I would have liked for them to do a different. If they'd done "I Wish It Would Rain," count me in.
Yeah. How do you make that about Jesus?
I don't know. Mark Shaman can probably do that,
Yeah,
but I can't.
He can do anything. Right.
Yeah.
I that's also not my wheelhouse of Temptations jams.
Yeah.
Once they start getting a little political, late 60s, early 70s, I wasn't feeling the Temps as much.
No. I like the Marvin Gaye political era and that from that same time period, but I don't like the Temps.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I just don't.
I don't either.
Well, so what else you got for worst? That's all I have.
It's worst effects. I know Ryan Toby was telling us that because he was injured, you could see from Joyful, there's some shots where he's in the shot and there's some cuts where he should be there and he isn't.
Yeah.
Because they actually they filmed an alternate ending because he sprained his ankle because him and Lauryn Hill were doing donuts in the parking lot. There's also some stuff I think where like similar things like that where you can kind of like see a boom arm, but I didn't notice any of that.
For me, that's not super important in a movie like this.
No. Like little continuity stuff like that doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
I know people like nerd out about finding those things. I don't.
Yeah.
That does not bother me.
If I'm watching a Christopher Nolan movie and there's like some continuity error, I either think I must have missed something and that was supposed to be there purposefully, or I can't believe that's there. So stuff like this, that doesn't bother me.
No. Going back to the best though, Bernard Hughes was wearing glasses that are actually corrective lenses, which I appreciate.
They weren't fake glasses.
They were not fake glasses, just with just glass in there.
Nice.
I don't like that. People know that. Old tech, dude, there's a ton of old tech. We didn't capture all, but like girls are wearing pagers in this movie. People are talking on payphones. Lauryn Hill's mom takes away her tape recorder at one point.
These kids don't know what life is like. They don't know how good they got it.
Yeah, dude, they're hanging out on the corner in front of the store, and Sketch is just graffiti in the store that he works on, which is amazing. And Lauryn Hill's mom just leans out the window and is like, "Rita Louise Watson, get up here, do your homework."
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm coming."
Yeah.
Like just like no texting, just straight up yelling out the window. That takes me way back.
Yeah, I like that. I was gonna say I can remember
I do too.
that.
Cameos, we don't really have any cameos, although Jennifer Love Hewitt is in this movie and does not have a lot to do. So you kind of got to look carefully. And she's credited as Jennifer with Love in quotes Hewitt.
Right.
So it's like before she officially started going by her full name.
Full Jennifer Love Hewitt. Yeah, she's just a 14-year-old that wears makeup all the time.
5 questions. Is it okay for kids?
Yeah. Even my 5-year-old loved it. She was singing and dancing and slapping hands the whole time.
Yeah, it's great for kids.
Yeah, kids loved it.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? Well,
Yeah,
they have
they're working on it.
Another sequel is in development.
Disney Plus, let's make it happen. Do the thing.
Let's send all your prayers up to Vishnu that we go ahead and get this third one done.
Yes. So it's got to be a movie, though, right?
Yeah, movie or TV show. It's going to be a movie.
What if it's a TV show, but it takes place in the school like Sister Act 2 does, and every day they have a different song,
Like Glee, another show that Merv Warren worked on.
Oh, nice, circular. And it has a different awesome song each week.
That's what Glee was, and it was a huge show. So yes, do you want to do Sister Act set as a weekly?
Yeah, let's do that. I changed my mind. I want it to be a TV show.
Yeah, I would absolutely love that. Who plays the lead if we remade it?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg's going to play the lead still.
She's still around?
Well, I mean, I guess the difference is we're not remaking it. We're going to make a sequel. So yes.
I want to, even if you remade it though, I put Whoopi in the same spot. Her age doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
I tried to think like, oh, maybe we could have some younger nuns and priests or like somebody in their 30s that were the same age as these people that can sing but also can act. I couldn't think of very many. Like Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
They're the same age as these people, but I got nothing.
Selena Gomez. Like it's hard to cast.
Right.
Even those people are in their 30s, it's hard to cast teenagers because we're old now. We don't know any teenagers, which is good. We shouldn't know any teenagers.
Dude, no, listen, I tried to look it up. I was like, all right, give me some 18-year-old singers. And I pull up the list and I was like, I know one of these people. It was a list of like 100 people and I knew one of them.
I'm sure I would know zero if you only knew one because I know nothing.
How do I thought I was fingering the pulse of America's youth and trying to stay hip, trying to stay with it.
If anybody wants to talk to me about High Five or After Seven, I'm here. But
High Five, Take Six, After Seven,
any of the numbers, 112. Just I'm ready. 6 appeal. Last question: can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2023? Yes.
Yeah, you can
for sure. And you can watch the songs on YouTube if you don't want to watch the whole movie. Although the movie's on Disney Plus, you totally should watch it.
Yeah. Or you can just buy the soundtrack.
You can also buy the soundtrack.
But you have to buy it because I couldn't find it anywhere streaming. Did you have it streaming? You have Spotify?
No, it's not on Spotify. Spotify tricks you up, man, because if you just tell Spotify to play Oh Happy Day from Sister Act 2, there's some dude who has made a Sister Act 2 soundtrack covers album that uses the Sister Act 2 soundtrack poster for the heart.
How legal is that?
Not legal at all, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, those songs are all released, so as long as he pays the mechanical royalties, I'm sure it's fine. But as soon as he starts singing, I'm like, this is not Ryan Toby and Lauryn Hill.
I was going to say, how is it? Is it good?
Not compared to Lauryn Hill and Ryan Toby.
Right.
Is it about on the level of something that you and I might make on an old Dell PC with a microphone that looks like what Drew Carey holds when he does The Price is Right? Yes, it's on that level.
So what you're saying is we need to go ahead and release an album of covers from each of the movies we do on Patreon. That would be fun.
I mean, we did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle theme song on Patreon. I gotta go. I'm gonna go back and listen to that.
No, I promise you don't. Because as soon as I heard my voice, I was like, "Yeek!" I was like, "Why did I do it like that?" I was like, how when I start rapping,
because we dropped it in one take, like Ray Charles, because we were in a hurry.
Do you know though? When I start rapping, for some reason, it goes into a New York accent, and I don't know. I heard it, and I was like, "Why the hell did I do it like that?"
I maintain that is a great song.
Dust off like some old coffee table. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you definitely did the Brooklyn.
Why did I do that?
Yeah, so you can find it streaming on Disney Plus. It's for rent. The soundtrack is nowhere to be found, although the whole thing is on YouTube, and just the scenes from the movie are there as well.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Check out the full interviews on Patreon if you're interested. Our lowest Patreon tier, $5 a month, gets you all the bonus content.
You'd love it, and we got some new stuff coming out. We're gonna work on it.
Yeah, we'll keep doing some new movies from different years on Patreon, and we'll keep putting up full versions of the interviews there as well. And you can also come chat with us on Discord. Leave us a review. We actually have more reviews than I had thought, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
So definitely appreciate that.
Keep leaving reviews, peeps. We like it.
We don't know what episode is next because we're going to reshuffle the calendar a little bit because we want to try and get some more interviews lined up. And so we're gonna rearrange a little bit. But regardless, we will see you in 2 weeks with another movie.
Via con Dios.
Check your battery, Alma.
I freaking love Alma.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review. And remember, don't drive angry.